Well, you're nice and cool. You look nice and cool today. What's going on, YouTube? It's Kevin and Miguel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Let me tell y'all something. I had a good weekend, and guess where I spent it? In North Dublin, Philly. And I ain't go past my block. Home down the street. One day. Excuse me. What's that? You see there? But I'm glad you're taking it to the hallway. You're maturing. Oh my goodness. He is in the hallway farting. But anyway, start this video off clicking that thumbs up button. Please click that thumbs up button. It's a spray. I ran out of spray. Just bring up that. Close the door.
I was helping get established in the WWE. Elsewhere.
It seems like somebody comes in there. Oh, it's thumbs up this video if you're on your phone, if you're at the computer, if you're watching on your PlayStation, your Xbox, your iPad, your other tablet device. I think somebody drunk me today. Click that thumbs up button. No, what you eat?
Pepper steak and rice, cream of wheat, and cinnamon raisin bagel with eggs, pepper, cheddar cheese.
All that today?
Yeah, but not all at once.
Pepper steak.
That's what I'm doing.
That's correct, because we're going to get it together.
Yes, I
don't know. I've been starting and stop. Today I did my workout. I said, bitch, I got 10 weeks until the blackout. We got 10 weeks until the blackout. And I said, I am not going down there after losing all that weight and then come back all big. I'm not doing that. So I'm getting this off of me. I started that. I've been eating my stuff right on time. I'm doing my Dr. E and thing. I'm getting this shit under control because I can't. And I refuse to go back to that man. This will never. I'm not doing that. 240 pounds is too much on a short frame like my body. Can't do it. So I got 10 weeks to get it together. So I started my Focus 225 over again, and I'm not quitting. So so it's been a lot of stuff going on, but I really don't want to mix the bad stuff with the good stuff. So I'd rather talk about the good stuff first, and then we can get into the bad situation that's going on. So first things first. Yes, you gotta go off. I'm gonna talk about Married to Medicine for a quick second, because I know that I was supposed to be doing the reviews, but I got tired of watching other shows, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do a review tonight, which was last night, and I said, I'm not reviewing this episode because it was a filler episode. It was like nothing going on. How y'all giving out filler episodes the third weekend on Married to Medicine? That's just not cool. First things first, I already said that, but I just want to say, Lisa, Nicole Cloud, when she first started, I liked her. Now I can't fucking stand her. And it's becoming to the point where I'm about to say, I can really understand why her husband stepped outside the marriage plenty of times.
That's the one who looks like Rick Fox, right?
I don't think he looks like Rick Fox.
You think he looks like I'll Be Sure, and he doesn't.
No, I'll Be Sure, yeah, he's too light. I gotta find somebody else. But he damn sure don't look like
he does. He resembles
Rick Fox. See, Rick Fox is one of them older type of guys that, him and Rick Fox old.
Not old. No. I'm not saying he looks old. I'm saying he looks like Rick Fox, like he could be Rick Fox's little brother. Not he looks like he could be Rick Fox.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he's a nice looking man, and I can see, and Rick Fox is a nice looking man too. Yeah. And I can see why he goes outside the match because she is just irritating. And he done told his wife several times, leave this girl alone. I don't want to hear it. Don't talk to me about it. You done started this mess. You done did a background check on Quad. And he was like, Quad is like a person that's very messy. And his wife is not trying to hear that. She's just trying to justify everything. So Quad, she done hired a damn private investigator to find out all this dirt on Lisa Nicole and stuff. And she's married, so Lisa's dirt, her husband's dirt. Quad can use it as ammunition. So Quad was like, yeah, it's very, very dirty. How dirty? She said, how dirty it is? It's filthy. That's what she said about Lisa's thing. So kind of found out.
But why is Quad doing this?
Because Why I was upset that Lisa Nicole did a background check on her and didn't tell her or anything like that.
Why did she do that?
She said that she does it as due diligence for anybody that she's want to get in business with. She does a background check. But it would be nice though if you're doing a background check on somebody. Don't be sneaky about it. And then, it's just a mess. So I was like, I'm not going to be sneaky. I'm telling you to your face, I'm going to do a background check. So Qua hired a private investigator, and he found all this dirt on it.
Let me just say this before you continue. I don't think that somebody doing a background check on somebody is necessarily sneaky, because you would want somebody to do a background check on somebody. Like, for instance, you all know I love the People's Court, and a lot of people come in there and they sue people for this, that, and the third, and without doing their homework. And the Judge Million always asks them, did you do a background check on this person? No, because I trusted them, and she always says, but you don't know them from the can of thing. How can you say you trust somebody you don't even know them? You know what I mean? It doesn't really, you don't always have to tell somebody you're doing a background check on them, because if you tell somebody you're doing a background check on them, they may turn around and try to find the dirt that they don't want you to know and try to make sure they sweep that under the rug.
But if you're friends with them and you go into business, why is it so hard to say that, before we go any further, I would like to do a background check?
Because clearly they ain't friends. Because if that's your friend, then you already know they back.
Yeah, that's what she was doing. Because, they just starting out. Like, these girls on these TV shows
are not friends.
They work together, they call themselves friends.
Yeah.
But we was working towards a relationship.
That's all the more reason why you should do a background check. Because you don't know this woman from the can of paint. You only know her from this show.
Mm-hmm.
And God knows what it is.
So the husband was arguing with Lisa Nicole.
I should have did a background check before I came on this show.
Oh, child. Well, I think you already found out that during, but instead.
I'm not talking about that team. That's
ain't nothing else you can find.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, what I was going to give myself.
They're going to say he lived in this place and he lived at that place and then and the police record stays clean. I know that's right. Because I ain't got time. But nobody's jail, nobody tell me when they get up, when they get down. No. But back to the background checks. So Lisa's talking to her husband again about why doing these background checks. So this time he's really over it. He's like, now see, this is what I was talking about, and why I want you to get involved in all of that stuff. Because he owes the IRS over $100,000 and stuff. And she's like, now she's going to know all of that. Like,
this is why I said you shouldn't necessarily tell people you're doing a background check, because they want to try to hide stuff. That is something. Hello? Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me, y'all? That is something that you should know.
You should tell the person that you're doing a background check.
No. Well, let me just say this. That is something that you should know. That these people have a problem paying their taxes and paying the government, okay? If you owe the IRS any type of money, then that means you have a problem with paying your bills or paying your dues. And if that's the case, then why the hell would I go into business with somebody who got a problem with paying the IRS? If you're going to pay the IRS, you damn straight going to have to pay me. Hello?
So he was really upset. He was mad. And I guess he got other information that's on there that he was looking up, right?
Like how many women he's really
So she's going to say, now that would be a background, but she's going to say, are you going to stop talking about running your mouth about how many women you slept with? Like, she just opened up another can of worms. And I'm just over her because she's just getting on my fucking nerves, and I don't like her now. I don't like Lisa Nicole. Okay, Toya, they got this big ass house for no fucking reason. House is big as shit. Dude. And they renting it. Okay, that's fine that they're renting this house. But to be spending all of that, like, get the money first, especially for that. I would say get the money first and then buy something like that. So you can say this is mine. Because the other one she don't do breadwinner. She don't do shit but watch the kids, and she does she does homemaker duties. That's what Toya does. Homemaker duties. So now she's talking about, I want to have this big party. He grounds her. He's like, who's paying for all of this? Like, that's my money. So we need to start budgeting things out. And she's like, I know, such, no, but you're not really listening. We got this house. We had our children are in private school, and we can't be wasting money on no private party for adults. And that's like $6,000 just for the party that they were doing. And she just don't get it because it's not her money. It's her husband's money. Even though they're together, she's not bringing no money in. So she's talking about getting a job, maybe working 3 hours. No, how about getting a job and y'all hire a nanny? But y'all shouldn't have got that big house. But hey, it's yours for them. It's yours. Enjoy it. Don't fuck it up. She did, and then her and Simone, they getting into it over some dumb shit that happened at the reunion last season. They still going at it, but Simone was still nice enough to come because Toya's husband invited them. Because he's like, the husbands were like, they got to work it out. Simone like, if I don't fuck with her, you can't fuck with her. You can't be friends with her. You can't do anything. So Simone goes to Dr. Jackie's house. Dr. Jackie becomes Iyanla and gets to the root of Simone's problem. And Simone's problem is that, she has an abandonment issue for her father, and she don't like to consider people close to her, and then they turn out to be something different because then it just makes her really upset and angry because that's how she feels about her father. So she thought it was gonna be
what's that noise?
I got the don't do it. So she started crying and everything like that, and then they had this little thing. They all throwing shade at each other about who's on what magazine, who they recognize by who. Like that's okay. So anyway, at the thing, Simone decides to speak to Toya or whatever, and Toya was shocked that Simone speak to her because Simone's like, I really want to just start over. I'm not going to go through this and none of that stuff. And then, basically that was the episode. But I got to say something. Dr. Heavenly, your daughter has too much fucking mouth. She is not your girlfriend. That is your child. The fuck? What should I wear to the Halloween costume? Maybe you should go with yourself because you're already ugly enough. Like, who says that? That car would have got parked. I would have stomped the fucking brakes. I don't care what road I was on. The commencement of that ass. You don't fucking talk to me like I'm Susie, the first grade neighbor. Your first grade classmate. The fuck? I think when the show first started, the first season, I kept saying the daughter doesn't very smart. Nah, she just, and the mom just overlooks everything she says. I guess because that's her only girl. I don't know. She shouldn't let her talk like that. And you can tell that it's not for TV that the girl really talks to her like that because she says it so naturally. She talks to her about her weight. She talks to her about everything. She's understanding. Yes. Good luck with her family. Oh my God. Like, Heavenly, that shit just ain't cute. It's not cute at all. Like, your daughter is your daughter, not your girlfriend. So you're married to medicine. The season is cute because next week, Lisa Nicole do a drink on Quad. Now, who would have thought that she would do such a thing? They were sitting there arguing. Quad started spilling a tea about what she found, and that upset Lisa. Throw it in her face. Yeah, watch it. This is going to be good next week. This one was a filler episode. I'll say they put the little pieces to the puzzle, but next week looks like it's going to be real good. Because Lisa Nicole's husband gets on her again. Like, the girl don't listen. She don't fucking listen. So, yeah. And I need y'all to get into Wayward Pines. Now, I know a lot of y'all was like, yes, Kevin, thank you for telling me to watch it. It's weird and everything. Once you got the season 5, they start telling you what's really going on. But I want y'all, if you got Fox.com, Fox on DVR, or if you got Hulu, if I can say that, go ahead and catch up on Wayward Pines. A new episode comes on this Thursday. It didn't come on last week, so they let people catch up. So it's gonna be episode 6, and it's gonna be good. Wayward Pines is a great show, but should I spoil it more? No, don't spoil it. I think I just got to episode 5. Get into it because it really makes me think or wonder if it's a secret place somewhere like that. I don't know. Well, let me just say this. If there is, I hope you find it. No, bitch, I hope you find it first. But I really want to talk about this show. I need y'all to catch up.
And when I find it, I hope you're drunk when you
Oh
that
my God. Babe, can you? They said Kevin Deep was out there drinking and somewhere.
Wayward.
Yeah.
Where am I?
You in 1999. You out there?
And everything was 1999.
I'm sure.
But you had only been there for about 2 months.
But wait till you get to who was the president? Yeah.
He said, so you never heard of Barack Obama?
Oh.
And she'd all be going for us.
Yeah. They got her out of here.
They did. They shouldn't have did that to her. Because I really did that. Baby, and she knew she was going to.
She's like, oh my daughter. Oh, here we get this. She's like, oh my daughter. She's like, oh shit.
Yep. And you know what made it so sad? Because she did not want to die.
They got her out of here. And he didn't even say her.
He couldn't. They would have killed him too. I couldn't see him. Nobody told you to stop running. She stopped and started walking.
Well, all
damn
damn
bushes.
bushes.
I would have hit
Everybody chasing us. You know we out.
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't have went up in Idaho. You want to take me drive to Idaho?
Where? For what?
For what?
I don't know. Why am I here?
And why am I there? Oh, we gonna send you on a job training. No, I'll train right here.
That's never passed. Right there.
Yeah. No, you can go up there and we'll pay you extra money. You don't have to pay me anything.
Idaho.
Because there ain't that much money in the world to send me to where this money. What am I gonna do with it? They don't spend it there. They don't even buy their own houses.
No. They just give it to
She said, yeah, I'll give it to them. I know you're gonna give it to them.
How you give somebody else?
Remember she asked him, she said, well, wait, well, what? No, you just gonna give it to her. Give it to her.
And that's what you really need for. And it's a red light every fucking Wednesday.
And she had the nerve to be a realtor. Well, what is she a realtor?
She's like, come leave for a second.
Well, what damn good is it to be a realtor if you ain't charging nobody for a damn house?
Because they want to welcome them to Wayward Pines. Just give them a house, they'll be fine. Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. That sounds like institutional welfare to me. Just give it to them.
My broker.
Just give it to them. They ain't got to pay nothing. The welfare, some people got $2 a month and they can't pay that. And how you get kicked out of your house?
Don't worry about
Yeah. How do you get kicked out of your housing complex and your rent is $5 a month and you can't even pay that?
Because they smoking it up.
Yeah. Cause you
I've seen it.
you owe $200 worth of back rent and your rent is only $5 a month.
More realistically, like 28, but some are $5 and they still can't.
Yeah, Kevin, I know. Some people in the city pay only $5.
Get it.
I don't get it either. It didn't get kicked out.
Freak, get me. Bitch, put me back in the projects. I'll show you bitch out in the project. I'll show you what you can do in the project. All they want is 28% of your income, right? And you still, I believe it's 28%. Yeah, I think they only want 28% of your income.
They get the bar every weekend. They can't pay a pound.
And they got the nerve to have a man up in there with you and you still can't pay.
And you know you're not supposed to have no man up in here. Didn't you see Claudine? Was that supposed to work? Did you ever see Claudine?
No.
Oh, God. You've got to see Claudine.
Is that what,
Diane Carroll.
Yes.
And that social worker was coming in there and he was supposed to be up in there. episode is a movie.
I didn't see that.
Well, then you didn't see it.
No, I heard about it.
What would you do that episode?
A TV show.
No.
Didn't she play a TV show with her son and on ABC?
Diane Carroll?
Yes.
That's not called Claudine. That's called I forget what that's called, but that's a TV show when she was a nurse. Claudine is a movie where she had all these fucking kids, about 7 kids in this apartment, and James Earl Jones was a trash man, and he became her boyfriend. And every time a social worker came, they used to have to hide their clothes. Not clothes, appliances and shit, because they wasn't supposed to have that new shit in their house. And he wasn't supposed to be the fuck up in there. And so he would have to leave, or they would have to hide him or lie and say he was a family friend. And they would just have to hide shit when the social worker came. You know what I mean? That's just like today.
But you ain't supposed to, but it happened. You
Yeah.
don't think all these babies coming.
I was watching the People's Court the other day, and this lady had the audacity to get mad at her landlord because she signed a lease that said she and only she was the person who was living in this apartment. Her son gets kicked out of his apartment because he got too pregnant with his big mom. So he comes to live with his mom, and their landlord is like, well, we started to see him a little bit too often around here. What's going on? So they approached her about it, and she's like, oh, well, she was straight up like, well, he's here because he got kicked out, and I'm not kicking him out because that's my son. Okay, fine, you're not kicking him out. Well, you either have to pay more money because he's in here, or you have to get out, or he has to leave. One or the other. Well, she didn't want to do none of that. And then the nurse get mad at them. Then she had to get the nurse to get mad at them because they wanted her. Like, all right, it's time for you to go. Like, they give me these options. Like,
the option, look, to pay more money, bitch, you make sure you go out and get a job.
And guess what she said to the judge? And I'm still not gonna kick my son. No, and I still didn't kick her out.
So is this a letter? Was the idea?
Oh no, she's not kicking. Well, they moved to an apartment around the corner. Then guess what she had the nerve to do? She had the nerve to countersue for $3,000. Guess why? Just say guess why. Can you say why?
Why?
She sued her landlord. She was countersuing her landlord for $3,000 for harassment. Guess what she said the harassment was? Because he was coming around the corner to where she moved after she left this place. He was coming around the corner asking neighbors, where she lived at. But guess why he was asking neighbors where he lived?
Because she moved without telling.
No, because he was trying to serve her the papers to sue her, and he didn't know her address. That's why.
Oh.
That's the only reason why. The judge said, how you gonna counter somebody when they trying to find you so they can serve you papers? Yeah, this country is crazy. That's why I speak to myself.
You ain't got to worry about me being
$3,000. Guess what she had to say? Well, you can give me $100 for all I can't judge it. You're not getting anything. Nothing. $3,000 because he's trying to serve you papers, and you gonna say he's harassing you? Not only harassing you, he don't even know where you live at. Because he's asking my neighbor.
I feel judging now when
She laughed at him like, you dummy. You dumb. I wish you would say you dumb, you little bitch.
Yeah, I wouldn't think she would.
No, she wouldn't go there, but I would. Sometimes you gotta go there. You do.
Oh, so y'all know that my girl Janet Jackson released her first single in 5 years. It's called No Sleep, produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, of course. Well, not of course, because she didn't work with them on the last project. But this one, she's back with them. They've been hyping this single up. It's actually the music is from the announcement, which I knew it was. But anyway, yeah. So the song is called No Sleep. She's talking about how her man get together. They ain't gonna get no sleep because they gonna be up going with us. Not playing Monopoly. But anyway.
I don't know how to play Monopoly.
You don't know how to play Monopoly.
It's been so long
Now listen. You got black rules and then you got rules. You follow the real Monopoly rules. Don't nobody play. I play the North Philly way. Okay? That's how we play. I don't know. Anyway, I used to play. Oh, we used to have days and days of Monopoly.
Have you ever seen Brooklyn?
Yes.
But you've never seen Claudine. And you got to
Brooklyn is my era. Claudine is the seventh.
Everybody's seen Claudine.
No, I didn't.
You never even seen Titanic, and that was your era too.
No, but
Have you ever seen E.T.?
Yes, a long time ago. I'm not gonna remember what it's about.
E.T.?
A long time ago.
It's about an alien who comes to fucking Earth.
I'm not into no fucking what you call it extraterrestrial stuff. I've never been to the science fiction kind of stuff.
Me neither.
I've been in. I like comedies. I like dramas, and I like
I'm just saying, I don't play games.
I play them all. I play all board games. Play all of them, and I love the games where you gotta think like Trivial Pursuit and
stuff like Scrabble,
category and all. Oh my god, I like all games. I like those
because I'm the type to start not making words up, but throwing words at you. You like, bitch, I ain't know that was a word. Oh, you did.
You better look at the dictionary. And sometimes the words be in the fucking dictionary, and you didn't even know they were in there, but they have it.
But see, I did.
Yeah. So Janet's new song is out. It's called No Sleep. And everybody has been buzzing about this song. And I'm glad. Like, I seen it trending, and it was trending for hours. I said, wait a minute. I'm not used to seeing Janet trend. So, bitch, a little stand aside. Don't you do it.
No.
Don't you do it. I'm like, oh, fuck you up. I don't do that. Don't you try to
This is like the third time I've done it.
I know I picked up on that. Don't you do my girl like that. Yeah, bitch, because I know you. I know you
too well.
I'm there,
because I'm not yawning. You didn't even say anything about her yet to make me yawn. All you said was it was on trend.
Yeah, it was trending.
It did what? It's all about
trend. The song is coming on, but now today is Tuesday, so you can get the song on iTunes or whatever.
I just make bitches nervous.
No, bitch, because I was like, I was just confirming that you was not yawning. Because I was talking about
I wasn't yawning because you was yawning because I'm tired. I was yawning.
That's all right. So yes, I'm excited, bitch. I love it. It gives me summer groove. It got that groove to it, and it gives me That's the Way Love Goes. And it has like her classic, with the thunder and the rain and all of that shit going through it. It is a cute song for Janet. And I love that she didn't. I was expecting her to come out with a dance song. I just knew it. I just knew she was going to take the summer with a dance song for the clubs and all of that shit. And Janet said, no, bitch. I'm going to do a classic sound that I came from, that I did in my day. And the shit I just love it. I love it. But of course, I'm still trying to pick up on the lyrics. Now, y'all know how Janet do, bitch. She will sing them real low, and the beat covers the voice. So I got to really talk to her. I know you trying not to, but you know you want to. So
I don't want to say anything.
Y'all say she whisper, but you know what? I got a text message today that said.
Actually, what she said?
No! What did Devontae say?
What did Devontae from New York?
Yeah, does he answer? Do you ever see Snapchat? I don't even know if you got.
I don't have Snapchat. Wait, put that back up.
I haven't seen it. I said, no, if you want to stop this teasing stuff, I want to see the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean,
I want to see the real thing.
That's, for me, that's old.
He says,
because when you see something like, for instance, if you've seen something before me and I just go, oh, bitch, you like, yeah, that's how it is. Like,
I'm not going to tell.
Yeah.
It said everything was that way. Janet whispering the fuck out that song. It's cute though. Stick to what you're best at. That's the best film look. Good job, Miss Jackson. Bitch, she was shady, but the song is cute.
Well, wait a minute. He's saying stick to what you're best at, but meaning what? The vocals?
No, stick to the fucking song. Stick to that vibe. And stop. Don't do.
That's my. Okay, wait. Before you continue. Maybe, I don't know, because I don't follow Janet like that. Yeah. But has she ever done anything that really was out of the norm for her that didn't work?
Because I would say when Jermaine Dupri started that shit with the not the Meter Joe, because the Meter Joe was cute, but the one at 20 YO. I think that has to be one of my least favorite albums. is one of my least favorite albums because it's trying to like you had some of the classic stuff with Jimmy Jam Terry Lewis, but then you had Jermaine Dupri trying to add these hip hop beats and all of that. No, that's not Jam. And then with Discipline, I like Discipline, but Discipline really didn't have that sound like the other stuff because she didn't work with Jimmy and Terry. It was none of that. So now it's like, yes, bitch, you got your sound back. This is the real classic you. Like, it's cute. And then the tour is selling the fuck out. I got somebody text me like, bitch, I can't even get tickets for Atlanta. Like, I'm happy. That's another thing. Yeah, but where's these tickets for Philly? The whole Northeast Corridor don't have no tickets. From DC
but she is coming to Boston,
right? I hope she ain't gonna just leave us out.
I mean, because you announced that she announced the Northeast, but then you're not saying anything.
She did the first leg, but I don't know if that means after she finished, she's going to take a Christmas break and come back, or she's going to go.
It's all I wanna do. It's all I wanna It's all I wanna do.
Go overseas. I don't know what else she's doing, but I don't think that. How you gonna be on tour and not put New York? At least New York. Like, don't play with us, but I'm glad because I get time to get paid so I can set my money to the side for these tickets. Because I got to be at least, I'm not paying no $1,000 ticket, but I got to be at least enough money. I need that ticket, Janet, stop playing.
Well, you paid that $1,000 ticket. That was at Radio City, right?
Yeah. But for me, it's still worth it. Because when I was here in front row, I'm like, yeah, I'm in front row. But bitch, I ain't know that front row means front row was you and this is the stage. So I could reach out and she could slap my hand. Like, I didn't know. And that was my first ever Janet experience. I will never, ever forget that. That whole weekend in March 2011, I will never forget. So it's special to me. And I'm not going to all sad and stuff, but it's special to me. And I'm glad I spent every last dime that time, but not this time. You came this time. But yeah. So, Taylor Swift. That's what you need for. Wait a minute. You tried that? Maybe you can teach me a move. Taylor Swift. She told Apple, she wrote Apple a real nice, nasty letter. Basically saying it's not, and first of all, I'm glad that somebody like Taylor Swift stood up to the music industry. But see, Taylor Swift is probably like the only, if you're not an A-list music star, they not probably going to listen to you. But Taylor Swift has power. This is the female that sells millions of albums. Nobody sells millions of albums no more. They go gold, or they go 300,000. But Taylor Swift sells like 2-3 million. Imagine if everybody's buying music. Every album would be diamond. But anyway, she wrote iTunes, Apple Music, a nice little letter saying that it's not right that during this free trial for Apple Music, which starts on June 30th, and I'm going to sign up to, it's not right that you guys are not paying the artists, the writers, the producers, that everything is just, I guess, nobody's getting paid. That's not right. Nobody shouldn't have to work, get their music set before for 3 months and then not get anything in return. And
you know how much money you're losing in 3 months?
I don't even know. And everybody's going to sign up. I don't know about y'all, but I think if you got iTunes, I think you at least going to sign up for Apple Music because it's free for 3 months. I know I am. I'm about to cancel that Tidal subscription. I didn't pay for it though. But Tidal is cute, but it keeps fucking skipping. And Jay-Z, I need y'all to work on it. Every time I'm listening to something, it pauses like a good 5 seconds. Oh no. I'm not with that. So I'm not down on what they're doing. It's cute. I love the curated list by the celebrities and everything. They're getting exclusive videos. I like all of that. But the glitches got to be fixed. Yes. Before I can say, okay, I want it. But I want to try Apple Music and see the differences. But she's like, oh no, we're not going in there. We can fix this. There is a way to still fix this. And within like 12 hours that she got a response from one of the heads of Apple Music, and now they're all going to get paid for the 3-month trial. And she's like, y'all make enough money to pay us during that trial. And you're not going to pay us? Oh, fuck that. And what she said about she said, we don't ask you guys for free iPhones, so why should our music be given away for free and we not get paid for it? Okay? Hey, bitch, one hand got to wash the other, okay? And I work damn hard when I get up in that studio. Yes. Especially Taylor, she gets cheated on too much for her music be given away for free. Because she know how to write a fucking song. You need to start writing a song, too. Because I don't know how to write anything. I need to write a song and get a couple of hours. To talk about I know how much shit I can write about. I think I'm going to have to turn that. I'm going to have to talk to Taylor about some stuff. So now we get to the bad stuff. The sad stuff. And let me tell you something. When I heard about the church, I didn't find out about it until Thursday morning. It was like early Thursday morning. That's when I found out about it. So I put something up on Twitter. And then they come to find out that 9 people were killed. It was 9 people that were shot in the church. And there was one lady there. He thought that everybody was dead, but 2 people played dead. And he let one person live by saying, I'm letting you live because I want you to tell everybody what happened. And what happened was he was in Bible study with them. What's the name? Was it Moore? What's the name of this church? It was the AME church. What's the name of it? Mother Emanuel AME Church. I can't remember the name. But it's a historic church in Charleston, South Carolina. And they were having Bible study, and he was there for about an hour. And I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I know that he shot the 9 people, the 9 people that he had Bible study with, and killed them. And the other 2 that played there, they just laid in the pool of blood and pretended like they were shot, but they weren't shot. Now, let me ask a question, because I know they say there was 2 people, there was 3 people altogether that survived. The woman that he didn't kill, and then 2 other people that played dead. Now, one of the 2 people that played dead, are they saying that little 5-year-old little girl that they say was in there, or that was the child, and then her grandma? It's like a stepdaughter or something like that. Maybe because they're naming her, they say like her granddaughter. I don't know, but the 5-year-old little girl, and then the godchild. It's her godchild. Okay, so the woman who laid on top of her, and then they were the only 2 that played dead. Because the woman said that she saw when the guy shot her shot. Trying to get her son to play dead though. But he was like trying to talk the guy out of shooting him. And it didn't really hit me until like around 6 o'clock. And it just made me so sad. It just made me sad because, you go into a place of worship, you go into church. You go in there to worship, you go in there to talk about God, you go in for Bible study, just learning more, talking more about God, and then you die in there because someone hates you because you are black and they feel like you guys are taking over, taking too many of their white people. Like, I will never be able to understand that. I will never be able to understand that, and it just makes me sad to even talk about it. It makes me sad to talk about it. That you can't go into church. That you can't praise Him in church. that someone hates your race that much to not even care at all, and to shoot you and kill you and you die in your church. You're supposed to go to church to worship and you're going there to die. Well, you didn't even know that this was going to happen. And then you find out more stuff about how he was into the Confederate flags, and he was into racism, and how he wanted to eliminate the black race, and he wanted to start a race war. And he was just, to me, he's not sick in the mind. He's not sick in the mind if he has the skill to do all of this. He had his own website where he was saying how all this came about when he seen the George Zimmerman versus Trayvon Martin thing. And he just wrote so much hate, so much stuff in that post. It's just ridiculous. And I've seen people post pictures about why, I don't know why they put this man in a bulletproof vest. I don't know why they went to Burger King to buy him some food, because I wouldn't have did none of that shit. He don't need no bulletproof vest. And he damn sure don't need no Burger King. I don't give a fuck how hungry he is. Let that motherfucker starve for what he did. And I'm glad to hear that the family members they forgive this guy, Dylan Roof, for what he did. But I think that before you tell him you forgive him, I think you should let him suffer a little bit more. Because right now, to me, I don't even think he really cares about what he did. He probably still in that mindset of, I did what I had to do. And so what they offer me forgiveness, I don't care. It's just, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. And then you got the politicians. Is it a hate crime, or is it it's not about race, it's about religion? If someone tells you that he said that black people were starting to take over, and he wanted to do something about it, what makes you think that it's not about race? It had nothing to do with religion to me. It had everything to do with race. And what better way to do it for him than to go into a historically black church and kill somebody to make the news, to be, to get famous from it? How do you feel about all of this stuff?
Of course, it's sad, and it's there's been a lot of stuff from a lot of different people saying a lot of different things about what happened at this church. And whenever tragedy comes, such as this, you always see the good and the ignorant, and those who are left to left to commentate about it. I think on forgiveness, it is a powerful thing that a lot of people just don't have. A lot of people don't know how to forgive. And I think that is probably one of the reasons why this world is so filled with hatred, because a lot of people just don't know how to forgive. When I heard, because I didn't see the news when the family said it, I saw on CNN, Anderson Cooper was interviewing the cousin who was a member of this church, the cousin of the pastor. And one of the last things she said to Anderson was that, we forgive this guy. And this was, I think, the day after the shooting. And it wasn't until, I guess, the day before yesterday, where I guess the family came out, different family members came out, and they were talking about forgiveness. And I know on social media there were a lot of people saying, how could they forgive this guy? And, there were some people, black people always trying to, play up to white America, white people want us to forgive, and they don't want, it was a whole bunch of stuff. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, they are. But I think until you have actually crossed that bridge, you have no idea what someone is going through in their heart. Someone's faith may be just a tad bit stronger than yours. And so when someone comes out and says that I forgive the person who brutally murdered my loved one, that takes a lot of strength to say that. And I'm almost certain that the family members who came out and said that they forgive this man, they're not trying to play up to white America, as some people were saying. They really genuinely forgive. You gotta remember that forgiveness is so powerful that if you don't find it in your heart to forgive, you live with this hatred and this bitterness for the rest of your life. Now, no one's saying just because I forgive you that I'm somehow erasing what you did, or I'm somehow, minimizing the impact. No, that just means that I forgive you enough that I am no longer going to walk, or from this day forth, I'm going to walk with no hatred in my heart. I'm going to walk in the light where I'm celebrating my loved one, and I'm thanking God for all the days and the hours and the minutes that God allowed me to spend with this loved one. Me forgiving you has nothing to do with me saying what you did is okay and, boom, bam. No, it has nothing to do with that. It just means that I found it in my heart. I found the peace in my heart that I was able to come out and say that. And I think it was kind of ignorant when I saw some people literally mocking the fact that these family members came out and said they forgive this guy. It just goes to show you that some people, like I said, they just don't know what forgiveness is. They really and truly don't. And until you've actually found forgiveness in your heart, like there's a lot of people who have done me wrong. And I can honestly say to this day that I hate nobody on this earth. I hate nobody. There's people who have done me wrong, who have said some things about me that just completely wasn't true, that said stuff about my family, and I forgive them. I may see them on the street, I may say, hey, but I'm not going to bust it out with you. Hey, and keep it moving. I forgive you because let me tell you something. The Bible says if you do not forgive your trespassers, your heavenly Father will not forgive you of your trespasses. And the last thing I want to do is be upset at somebody and let his power overreign my thought that I'm just going to forget that my heavenly Father, forget what he says. I'm just still going to be mad at you. No, because at the end of the day, it's not about Dylan Ruth. It's not about him at all. It's about your heart and finding peace within yourself. Now, you can be mad and say, well, I still think that, it was too soon. But
I am from East Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. Born and bred. County of Kings. Where I'm from has defined me as an actor, as a man, as a human being across the board. Being a black man from Brooklyn. It was do or die. My craft was developed through my life experiences, my pain, basically, my downfalls, my vulnerability. I feel blessed. I feel humbled that I've been chosen to be a voice for the type of characters that I bring to life because they're real people. I know these people, so if I could bring some type of understanding, empathy, compassion to people that society may deem as undesirable, I think that's a pretty cool place to be. We have an old saying in the hood in Brooklyn. We say, real recognize real. And if Chalky and Omar were to meet, it would be two kings coming together. I believe that all the heartaches and the pain and the tribulations that I've gone through in life prepared me for who I am today. And much like 1800, It's not made overnight. It takes time. One of the toughest obstacles I had to overcome in my life was feeling worthy.
When I was sleeping on the train, saving all as the road laugh out in the rain, without even a single slice of pizza to my name. Too proud to beg for change, mastering the pain. When New York was calling Southern rappers lame, but then Jack and I swing. I used to get dizzy spells, hear a little rain, the voice of an angel telling me my name.
But who are we to say that it's too soon? That wasn't my loved ones that was killed in that church.
Yeah, I just
so
feel
I
like
can't say that.
I just feel like it was too soon. Just this my opinion. I feel like it was too soon. But then I'm sitting here thinking like, you know, I'm sitting here thinking like, can you forgive before you're fully healed, or do you want to heal before you forgive? And for me, I think that I would have to heal first before I can forgive. But then again, forgiveness can be a part of your healing process.
I was getting ready to say that forgiveness is a healing process. So there's really no such thing as I'm going to heal first and then I'm going to forgive you. No, because forgiveness is all about healing. Just because somebody utters the words, I forgive you, does that not mean that I am 100% healed? That's just solidifying that I forgive you, and here is, like I said, from this day forward, I'm going to walk in my light, and I'm just going to remember my loved one, and I'm going to cry, I'm going to get mad, but I'm not going to be angry, I'm not going to be bitter. Because at the end of the day, I know if you know your loved one, and you know that the families of those 9 people that was killed in that church, if they knew their loved ones, at the end of the day, they know when they're finished crying and they finish being angry, they know exactly where their loved ones is at. And they know whose arms they're being rocked in. So why not rejoice at that? Why not rejoice in the fact that I know exactly where my loved one is at? They're in heaven. My grandmother's in heaven. My father's in heaven. My sister's in heaven. My wife's in heaven. And look where they were at when they were killed. They were in their father's house. And I don't care what nobody say. I mean, just like a lot of people say, you know, when I die, I want to die in my sleep because it's so peaceful. Well, what better place to go but in your father's house? You know, there were some people saying, well, where was Jesus at when these people got killed? Jesus was right there with his arms wide open when these 9 souls left this earth. He was right there welcoming them home to glory. That's exactly where he was at. He didn't have to go find them. They were in his house. So, you know, I mean, you know. I can only speak for my personal relationship with God. I can't speak for nobody else's personal relationship. You have a personal relationship. Not a TV relationship, not an internet relationship, but a personal relationship with God. Okay? When you have a personal relationship with God, all that other stuff, hey, you know what I mean? My grandmother has been dead for 21 years. Last Sunday, June 14th. For 21 years. And do you think that I don't think about my grandmother every single day? Hell yes, I think about her every single day. And it upsets me now that 21 years later, I can no longer remember what her voice sounds like. I remember her image and I remember everything we did. But as time goes on, you forget those things. And it hurts me that I can no longer remember what her voice sounds like. For somebody that I was always with, I can no longer remember what her voice sounds like. And it's sad because her sister, who I was very close to, passed away a few years ago. I still remember what her voice sounds like, but I know at some point, a few years from now, I'm going to forget what her voice sounds like too.
Probably because you're older now, you can probably still hold on, because I still hear my father's voice. And my father died 12 years ago. So I remember you. I don't know how, maybe because you was a child and your grandma passed away, but as an adult, you'll never lose that that sense of them. Like I can hear my dad's voice. Sometimes I can hear a song, or I can smell something that reminds me of like, you know, you'll never forget. You'll never forget it because now I think that you're grown
and it has. No, but the point that I was trying to make with my grandmother and my aunt is, as close as I was to them, and as much as it hurts me that they are no longer here. 21 years, my grandmother's been gone. 4 years, my aunt's been gone. It hurts me so much that they're no longer here, but every time, if I shed a tear somewhere, if I'm at home or if I'm at work somewhere and I go and I start crying, at the end of every tear, I always feel this uplifting spirit because I know where they're at. I know where they're at, and I know at the end of the day, they are still, they're watching over me. And one thing that people have to understand and realize is that when someone's body dies, listen to what I'm saying. When someone's body dies, that does not mean that they are dead. That means that the shell that they were borrowing for all these years, that is dead. But their soul is still living on. Some of y'all may not catch that. You may catch that tomorrow or the day after. But listen to what I'm saying. Just because someone's shell, their earthly shell is dead, does not mean their soul is dead. That's why I always get uplifted when after I'm finished crying and thinking about my grandmother, my aunt. I always get uplifted because I know that they are still here with me. And I say this to say I know those non-family members and those people that were killed, they are grieving and they are hurt. But I know all of them believe in the Lord and they know where their loved ones are. They know where they're at.
It was sad. It got real tough. I just had to turn it over.
Yes, it hurts you. It hurts your heart. And you know, at church during morning service, my pastor, had one of our deacons light 9 candles in memory of those, 9 that were killed. And it breaks your heart because for me, I go to church, and so it's even more personal for me because I'm in church every Sunday and I go to these different functions at church. And to think that, damn, like somebody could actually walk into this church because anybody who goes to church on a regular knows that the church doors are always open and anybody at any time can walk in your church. Anybody at any time can walk in church. And don't nobody do no pat down when you come to this church because that's not what church is about. That's not what it's about. But yesterday when I was at church doing morning service, don't you know my mind was so clear that I didn't even think about, oh my God, I wonder if something like that will happen here. Because at the end of the day, I know who's I belong to and I know where I'm at. I'm in his house. If anything like that was supposed to happen, I'm right here. I mean, that's just my personal.
Yeah, and then they started, then it just led into conversation about the laws, and you had one of the guys from the NRA saying that, hey, this referendum was also a state senator, and he wouldn't have tried to block gun laws. This might not have happened. And, I mean, you start blaming people. You start it's a little bit too much, and too soon to even come out your mouth to say anything. And there should be something done with gun control here in America because we have too many massacres going on. If it's not in church, it's at the school, or it's at somebody's job, or somebody's mall, it's just too much. It's just too much going on. And I really do think that there should be some type of control to go on with guns in America because now anybody can just get access to a gun. And I know it's tough because I know that it's tough because anybody can get a gun, but something must be done, and harsher punishment must be put down on people who illegally carry guns. Because now 5 years is not enough to put somebody away for illegally carrying a gun. I thought it was 10. I think it's 5. I thought it was 10, especially in Philadelphia. I thought it was 10 if you get caught with a gun here. It's 10 years. I thought it was automatic 5 years. And maybe 10 years. But I could have sworn somebody I kept hearing 10. And I do think if it is 5, no, 5 years is not, because you just never know what their intent is. If you have good intent, not even if you have good intent, because there's some people out there who have, they own and they have permits to carry a gun, they still got it. You know what I mean? Like, look at the guy who shot up their school. His mom, she had the permits and everything. She bought. Why would you do that? But everybody trying to make it a mentally ill issue, and I'm so tired of that when it comes to white people doing stuff. It's terrorist attacks. They are terrorists if you ask me. You going around shooting up, killing up people. It's a terrorist attack. It don't have to be a foreigner to me. No, it's a terrorist attack.
Now, I will say this. I do believe that people who do, and I think we talked about this other night, people who do stuff like that, these mass shootings and just going out killing people, regardless of what race you are, I think you are meant to. Because anytime you can process in your head that I'm just going to go out there and just shoot people for the hell of it, like that has to be something in your brain that ain't really, some screw is not screwed in all the way. Because normal people, whatever normal is, because I said in a few videos ago, we live in a new normal world. Normal people, they won't think to do stuff like that. I'm not going to think to go and just grab a gun and just go shooting up a church or a school. You're not going to think to do that. And I'm sure half the people who watch us ain't going to think to do that. But you got to be, something's got to be wrong upstairs. Anytime you say, I'm going to grab a gun tomorrow and I'm going to go to this school and kill 6- and 7-year-old kids. I'm going to go to this church and sit with these people for an hour and then get up and kill them. That's not a sane person. You're not sane when you do stuff like that. I'm going to go to a mall that's shooting in Africa. I'm going to go to a mall and just shoot up all these people that's shopping. Men, women, and kids. Why? Because you're not Muslim. That's not sane. That's crazy. Like, I've never heard anybody sane say, yeah, I would do something like that. So when people say it's not a mental issue, yes, it is a mental issue. Regardless if you're white, black, Asian, Arabic, whatever. It's mental. That's mental.
I disagree.
That's mental. You mean to tell me that somebody who goes mass shooting that they got the same mindset as you?
Some people that no, but some people are killers. They would say, I'll kill you, I'll do this, I'll do that. People go out here robbing people. You already robbed them. Why the fuck are you got to shoot them and kill them?
Because of people mental. Just like people who molest kids. You think they're sane? No, that's mental. Anytime somebody takes their fingers and sticks it up an infant's vagina, that's mental. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care how nobody tries to downplay it. Oh, that's not mental. It is mental. That's not normal. You don't do stuff like that. You just don't. I'm going to rape this 90-year-old woman. I'm going to sexually molest this 10-year-old little boy. That's not something that sane people do. Mental people do that. That's why I get upset when people, yes, they shouldn't just categorize white people as mental and black people as thugs. No, they shouldn't do that. But what they should do is when people go out and do these mass killings, all of them should be mental. No matter if you're white, black, whatever. They're all mental because sane people ain't going to go do something.
Because the reason why they want to claim mentally ill is because they want to get off on that, and that's not. To me, that's no.
I'm not talking about the judicial system. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody who's going to go do that. That's not what I'm not talking about the court system. I'm just talking about somebody waking up one day and doing that. I bet you right now, if we was to finish this recording and go sit outside and you see somebody walking down the street and just start shooting at us, you ain't gonna think that they're okay in here. You gonna think something's wrong with them, right? You're gonna think something like, why would you do something like that? And that's just like with this guy. Who would think that you would, why would you go in a church of all places and do something like that? We're in 2015. You're talking about starting a race war. You're 21 years old. What do you know about a race war? You don't know nothing about that.
And then they want to, now everyone's talking about the Confederate flag, and the governor of South Carolina is now moving to take steps into having the flag removed, but she has to get it. They have to vote.
Their legislation in South Carolina has to vote. And if they don't come to a 2/3, then it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. And you know what? The Confederate flag does symbolize hatred and bigotry and racism for a lot of people in this country, especially African Americans. That's what it symbolizes. It symbolizes a whole lot of negative things. And a lot of times when you see these bigots and you see these rednecks ride around and this, that, and the third with that on their cars, on their jackets, 9 times out of 10, hey, it is what it is. But somebody made a point on I forget what I was watching. It may have been CNN because I'm always watching CNN. Somebody made a point, and I really agree. They said, you know what? They were saying that the reason why they still have that flag flying down there at the state capitol in South Carolina is because it symbolized, part of the Civil War, this, that, and the third. Roland Martin is who said it. And Roland Martin said, well, you know what? The Confederacy lost. And he said, I don't know any other country that's flying a flag of an opposition or of an opponent that lost and they fly their flag. Why would you still be flying their flag? They don't fly the swastika.
Sure does.
Yeah, that's a symbol of hatred. So why are you flying it? And it makes perfect sense. The Confederate flag should have been taken down a long time ago. And I agree with President Obama. It should be put in a museum because it is a historic artifact. I don't think you should totally get rid of it, but you should put it somewhere as a reminder of what it symbolized. Don't just have it flying around so people can see it. Like, oh, we just don't give a fuck. No, like, yeah, you're right, because they don't.
Because it's the symbol of their hatred that they have for black people, and that's why it's never been taken down. And then you got people afraid to say something about it. I watched this clip of George Bush. Was it HW? Not HW. W. George W. Bush. Mm-hmm. And he was what you call that when they go stand at a panel? They go on at a panel to become president. Debate. Yeah, a presidential, Republican debate. And what's his name? One of them I forgot his name. Anyway, he asked George Bush, do you think the Confederate flag should be taken down? And then he was like, it's not about what I think. I think it's a state issue. South Carolina should be the one to determine that. He was like, no, but I want to know, how do you personally feel about this flag still being in South Carolina? Like I said again, this is an issue for South Carolina and for them to get rid of. And you got a lot of politicians like that are afraid to speak their mind and say something. And now it took 9 people to lose their lives for people to say, oh, we should really get rid of this Confederate flag. Even though removing the flag won't remove racism from this country, I think that it's a start. It's a step in the right direction of getting that fucking flag off of there because it symbolizes so much hate towards black people and to the United States for wanting to end slavery and things like that. So I do think that it should be going. And I think that these politicians should not be afraid to speak their mind and say, hey, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this flag out here because of what it symbolizes. So it's just a whole hot mess. Now I think we had, what's his name, former presidential candidate, Republican. You know him more than I do. Mitt Romney? Yeah, he came out on Twitter and said, get rid of the fucking flag. Now, since he said, now Jeb Bush and everybody else going to say, oh, y'all should get rid of it. It's like everybody's waiting for one person to say something. No, you be that voice.
But you know what, Kevin? You also got to remember that politics is it's a sticky game. George Bush said what he said at a time when none of this had happened. You got to remember, he was running for president. You also got to remember that down south, southern states like South Carolina are Republican states, and he didn't want to say anything that was going to jeopardize his chances of winning. Now, I guarantee you, fast rewind, if this was Mitt Romney and this question was asked to him a few years ago when he was running for president, he would have said the same thing that George Bush said. Why? Because he doesn't want to lose those Republican voters. Mitt Romney ain't running for president. As a matter of fact, he's not running for anything. So, of course, he's going to say it now. And, of course, the presidential candidates who are running now are going to be in agreement. Why? Because of what happened in this country. And they don't want to look like they are against black people. So, therefore, if they were to get up there and say, well, no, we don't think that, or no, we think it should be a state, the black people say, well, hold up, how are you going to say that? Because you know what I mean? It's all a game. So they're saying whatever it is that they can say to make it look like they're on the to appeal to people, make it look like they're on the winning team. You know, I mean, but no telling how. Yeah, you never know somebody to be real about it. Just be real about a bunch of things that go on. Just speak your mind and keep it on. I mean, to be honest with you, look how long it took Barack Obama to say that he was for gay marriage. It took him a long time to say he was for gay marriage. I mean, there's a lot of things that President Obama has stepped up to the plate and said that he agreed with that early on he didn't, He didn't even get a chance to say that he was for gay marriage because Bush called him beat him to it. Truth be told, he probably would have never came out and said he was for it. But Joe Biden beat it to him. So, I mean, it's not just Republicans, it's Democrats too. I mean, they all play this game because they want to make sure, now, they're all on President Obama's neck because he used the word nigga today. And it's still trending. Yeah, they're trending longer than Janet's new song. So what Obama said, nigga? He was making a point to what he was talking about racism and where racism is going. And like he said, just because you say nigga doesn't mean that
I mean, just because you say a nigga in a polite way, it doesn't hide your ignorance.
It doesn't hide your ignorance.
It doesn't hide your ignorance.
Mark Lamont Hill posted something on Twitter today. He said, shout out to the people outraged that the president said nigger once. Said nigger once, but don't care about the countless times he's been called it since 2008. I said, I know.
Yes. And then the White House came out and said, this is actually not the first time the president has said it. Because in the book that he read, he said it 12 times.
No.
So big deal. No big deal.
No big deal.
And imagine how many other times he didn't say it.
And look how many times Whoopi Goldberg does it again. And she tell him before she say it.
From being
out. Say it. And that's it. And don't give a damn with Disney or everything I say. Because she knows come Monday morning she's going to have a job. Why? Because she brings that to the job.
It's like save the emails.
Save the email.
Well, look,
because I'm not going to be there. That's where me and Whoopi are eye to eye. Save those comments.
Oh my God. You know, it took somebody a whole video from the other day that I was so horrible at. But it took from back to me.
Which video I heard though? Because you're in
the Wednesday video. The video from Wednesday night. But no, I didn't like it. I didn't like how the way I I didn't like how I presented things. And somebody was like, well, I know what you're saying. He said, yes, that's what I said. That's what I was saying. But anyway, it took somebody the whole video to realize that. I said on Twitter, why would you come to Twitter to tweet me? Leave it on YouTube where I can respond. And I'm not trying to go back and forth like you telling me one thing and then you spewing all of this ignorance on your Twitter. Like, I was like, this is the kind of people that I'm talking about. This is the kind of people I'm talking about. Anyway. Thank y'all for watching today's new video.
We're done.
Yes, we are. Also, if you have not donated to the blackout, please get on it. The link is inside the info box. If you haven't got your hotel, get on it because September 5th is around the corner. It's around the corner. So don't mess it up. Don't lose track of time. Don't tell me, if I would have known, I would have requested off from work now. Find out what deal Southwest had. Southwest always has to sell on their flights. So yeah, I'm going to leave y'all with that. And we will see you guys on Friday with the new video. Peace. Ooh, that was long. That was